Hello friends, doing another little video. The lockdown's still going on. Just making sure my thing's recording on me. Lockdown's still happening. We've got another couple of weeks of it, according to the news at least. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going another little walk. I'm being responsible though. I'm only going out at midnight. I walk around the block. By around the block I mean like a 30-minute walk from my house and around a little circuit and then back again. And that's it really. I just started this new little YouTube channel just for something to do really. I don't know if anyone's ever going to watch any of these videos, probably not, but I don't really know how to get views, if I'm honest. I think you've got to title it something relevant to what's going on that maybe other people aren't covering. I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to talk about something slightly topical, but I can't think of anything. There's other people doing the coronavirus news much better than me, so I can't, nothing I can do with that anywhere. So instead I'm just going to talk about what I'm interested in. Right, what have I been doing? Right, the other day, right, obviously I've been bored, everyone's bored. We're all fucking stuck indoors. I'm bored out of our fucking tits. Hang on, just let me get past this bit a minute. I don't like talking on this bit because it echoes. It's like in between two walls and it echoes quite a bit. Right. So the other day, I'm watching a lot of Netflix, okay? I'm watching lots of shit on Netflix. Right, I've seen Silence of the Lambs, right? Brilliant movie. And Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. One of the best roles, both of them. And I knew that there were sequels. But I've never watched them. Because I liked the original movie so much, I thought, those sequels aren't going to be... I thought the sequels would be crap. I honestly thought, I'm not watching them, they'll be rubbish. They'll just ruin the first one. Because sequels are never any good, are they? And I was on Netflix, as you are, and they had the sequels on Netflix. One's called Red Dragon and the other one's called Hannibal, I think. I didn't know which one was which one came first, which one was the third one, which was the second one. I don't really get the timeline of it. I still don't, even after watching them. It doesn't matter, does it? So I saw one of them had Edward Norton in it. And I thought, I'll watch that one. Because he's normally pretty reliable in movies. He's been in some good things. So I thought how bad can it be? Anthony Hopkins. How do you say his name? Is it Anthony or is it Anthony? I don't know. And Edward Norton. Never watched it before. So I start watching it. I'm like, alright, this is actually pretty good. This is much better than I thought it was going to be. I actually quite enjoyed it. If I'm honest, murder films and that, I don't normally interest me. I normally murder sort of investigation movies and that I normally find pretty fucking boring, if I'm honest. I find them quite... I get a bit bored of them, but this one, yeah, I did like it. I did enjoy it. I was worried. I was concerned that I thought it's not going to hold my attention. It's going to start dropping off, but it didn't. It held me all the way through. So if you watch Silence of the Lambs and you're thinking, do I watch the sequels? Give them a go. They're alright, they're pretty good. I like them. Good as the original, I mean, I don't think there's not many movies as good as Silence of the Lambs that have ever been made. I don't think there is, my opinion. Do you know when I first heard about that? No, I'll talk about the sequels first. Fuck it. So, Red Dragon's the third movie, I think. I don't know how they work chronologically, but it's the third one they made. So I thought, to myself, but I watched that one not knowing that. I just saw someone. That's the first actual person I've seen walking out and about. I think I've come out a bit early, if I'm honest. I think I should leave it to like 1 a.m. I think midnight's a bit early. 1 a.m.'s a better time, I think. But so tomorrow I'm going to do 1 a.m. I think it feels a little early. I feel like I'm going to be bumping into people. I just saw someone, so I'm like, okay, too early. Tomorrow 1 a.m. or if I do another one. There's a cat laying on the ground there. So, get to the point. I take a while to get to the point, don't I? The story, I don't want to give it away, and I won't. The thing with it, if you don't want me to spoil it, skip the next couple minutes. Skip 2 minutes along. If you don't want it spoiled, skip the video 2 minutes, then carry on. I won't. So this bit's a spoiler bit. Right. Soon as Edward Norton starts watching the videotape of the family, I knew how the guy found the families. Was I meant to know from that point? Or was it or was I meant to not have worked it out that quickly? As soon as you watch the video, I was like, well, the two families lived miles apart. How did he know both families, the murderer? How did he find them? Because he obviously knew about them. And I'm not sure if I was meant to know at that point, but as soon as he started watching the home video, I thought, the guy works for the home video company. So I worked it out over almost, immediately. I'm not sure if I was meant to or not. But there you go, that's what happened. I'm feeling like I should walk the other way. Because this hill, I'm telling you, is a fucker. And I'm talking, and every time I walk up this hill, I'm absolutely fucking exhausted. And I can barely fucking catch my breath. Oh, fuck it, walk up this hill. And, I liked the other, murderer character. I liked him. I thought he played a good part. Is a little bit like a Norman Bates sort of character. Little bit. Along those fucking lines. I can definitely tell I've come out earlier tonight. Because there's lights on. And it just feels like there's more activity. I've seen one person. I'm going to have a little break on this corner because I'm fucking knackered walking up this hill. This hill's ridiculous. It's fucking huge. Hang on, I'm getting knackered out now. I'll stop here and have a little break. Fuck's sake. Yeah. He played a good part. Yeah, it's a little bit Norman Bates-ish. But it worked. The blind girl played a good part. I've seen her in a few things before. That was a good part. Because you know while you're watching it, like, this guy's a motherfucker. He's going to fuck her up. It's guaranteed to happen. And and shit goes down as you'd expect it to. I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. Right, what I was going to talk about. The other one I watched as well, Hannibal. Not quite as good, I didn't think. Still pretty good. It was missing. Instead of Jodie Foster, they used, what's her name? The ginger one. I don't know what her fucking name is. But they used her as Agent Starling. I can't remember what her name is. It's on the tip of my tongue. She's been in loads of things. Not Tom Cruise's wife, not that ginger. I can't remember her fucking name. Julianne Moore or something like that? Is that something? Is that close? They used her as Agent Starling. I spoke to someone else about the movie. Okay, I've caught my breath now. And they said something about Anthony, whatever. And Jodie Foster not getting along or something. And maybe that's why. So I was thinking, why wasn't she in the sequel? I think that was what was missing from it. She wasn't in it. I don't know why she wasn't in it. But apparently that might have been the reason. Because I thought it was missing her. It was good still. It was still quite good, but it was missing her in it, I thought. Now the Silence of the Lambs, right? When I first heard about it, I was in fucking primary school. Now I'm fucking 35, right? So this is a long fucking time ago. And I remember a kid in school was talking about it to me. He said, have you seen Silence of the Lambs? I think I might have been talking about aliens or something. And I said, no. And I don't remember the exact conversation. It was like 30 years ago, nearly. And he was telling me a little bit about it. Something about serial killers. And the teacher came along and said, have you seriously watched that? And he goes, yeah. And he explained the plot and things. And the teacher was sort of disapproving. I mean, this was a kid who was like, no, we weren't that young. Maybe like 9 or 10. But yeah. I mean, I can see why your parents would let you watch like Aliens or Terminator or something. Maybe I did when I was that age. But Silence of the Lambs is particularly dark. It's got a dark tone to it. And the sequels have as well. So to let a 9 or 10 year watch that, bit extreme. Especially back then, this was not 30 years ago, like 25 years ago. And what else was said? I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, pretty extreme. What's to say about it? I don't know. That's when I first heard about it anyway. I think it was on TV. Do you know what? I think I did watch a bit of it. My parents were never they weren't parents that would stop you watching stuff, Like, I do remember watching a bit of it. I do know. It's weird, isn't it, with memories? How things that happened, I'm at that age now, I've got memories that are like 30 years ago. And I'm remembering now, I did watch a bit of it when I was that age. And I remember thinking it was boring. Yeah, I remember thinking, like, not understanding it. Watching a bit of it and just not really getting it. Just thinking it was boring. That's all I thought of it. But with like aliens and Terminators, there's a lot more action going on it. But that's what I thought of it. It was too grown up for me. Like, it may have had a dark tone, but I totally missed that. You know what I mean? I didn't catch on to that anyway. I'm too young to sort of understand it. I'm trying to remember when I first watched the whole movie. I don't know, it was a long time after. A long time after. I think when I did watch it as an adult, I was like, okay, I get this now. This is a great movie. I feel like the sequels have more of a darker tone and a more sort of grown up, more gory. I mean, grown up, what am I talking about? Gorier than the first one. That's what I feel. Some of it, there's a bit in Hannibal where I thought it's a little bit too silly. It was more just silly than sort of anything else. The bit where he's at spoilers again. If you don't want to know, skip the next minute. If you don't want me to spoil it. There's the bit where he's at the dinner table and he cuts his head open. He's eating a bit of his brain. That was more comedy, I felt, than anything else. I felt it was a bit like a comical thing going on with it. I didn't find it, I wasn't convinced that it felt like it was I think the original didn't have any silly moments in it, you know, whereas that was it didn't fit the tone of it, you know. It felt like he was something from a comedy movie, like comedy horror, like Brain Dead or something along those lines. It's quite windy, so you might pick that up on the microphone. Not much I can do about that. I think it's just the angle I'm facing and the way I'm walking. What else was I doing today? You know that Wicked City I was talking about in my last video? I was looking for the same movies by the same director. I'm about halfway through a movie called Demon City. I think it's kind of like it's not a sequel, but like it's along the same lines of it. I think it's the same director, you know. I don't think it's like quite the same story, but yeah, along the same lines. I'm about halfway through it. It's kind of like the same kind of movie, but without the porn in it. It's not quite as good, I don't think, but I'll watch the rest of it. What else was I talking about today? Oh, that was it. Why am I getting really nostalgic? I did it loads in the last video. Now I'm doing the same thing again. Right. There was a Lego set, right, that came out. I know, a bit of a dramatic change of topic from Hannibal Lecter, but it came out. It was a Lego pirate ship set, right, and it was the big Lego set when I was a kid. I think Lego was even more popular then than it is now, and it was the most expensive and the biggest set you could buy at the time. I think it was around £100. It was a Lego pirate ship, and at that point, it came out in 1989, and I remember it. At that point, the Lego, you know, a Lego now is like you get like your Star Wars sets and what else? Star Wars sets and you get all sorts now. They do a set for every bloody movie, don't they? Batman, comic book stuff, all sorts of like movie based licensed stuff they do, don't they now? Well, back then they didn't do all that. They did it was more like houses and like a castle and horses and all that. That was more the thing. So when this pirate ship set came out, it was quite a big fucking deal at the time. It was as close to like the Star Wars sets that you get now. This was before Lego started doing all that stuff. But this set was fantastic at the time, is what I'm saying. And I remember a mate of mine, he used to live near here. Every time I walk up this way, it throws me into memory mode. I start going over old memories, because I used to go to primary school near here, and all my mates used to live around here. And I think for his birthday, when he lived closer to my house, at the time, his birthday and Christmas present, he had to combine it together to get this this Lego pirate ship. He combined them both together, got this to get this Lego pirate ship. It wasn't spoiled or anything. It was like a 2 present birthday and Christmas combo thing. He got nothing for his birthday and just got, I think his birthday was very close to Christmas. It was like December or something. I think he would have been 7. I think it was when we were 7. God, I don't know how I remember these things. And I had a couple of the little Lego pirate sets, the smaller ones, the cheaper ones basically. And I remember thinking, this thing's awesome. And I think at the time I must have got something else for my birthday or something, but I got something else. I didn't get this thing. And we're going round, and he built it, and it had the big pirate flag on it, and it had like, I remember the set I had like 2 pirates with it. This set had like fucking 10 pirates with it. The set I had a little boat with it. On this set, the little boat was just like the little side thing. The fucking ship was awesome. Why am I talking about this? Because, right, I've been building a fucking Lego set. I bought this big Star Wars Lego set, the Death Star thing, right? Yeah, I know I'm 35. Who gives a fuck, right? And the reason I'm building it is because I was going to keep it. It was new in the box. I was going to fucking keep it new in the box. I was going to hold on to it for a few years and resell it. This lockdown thing's happened, and I'm fucking stuck indoors, bored out of my mind. And I'm looking at this fucking Lego set, and I've started building it. I'm like, nearly 2/3 of the way through. Nearly. Not quite. I've done 6 parts of 10 parts. It's taken me fucking hours. So I'm looking online, right? I'm thinking, what am I going to do when I finish this fucking thing? I think I'm just going to resell it and buy another Lego set to build. I'm bored, okay? Give me a break. And so I'm looking. This Lego pirate ship set, right, came out in 1989. Lego have re-released it. Can you believe that shit? I think they had a poll or something where they were going to re-release, where people said, what set do you want us to re-release? And everyone said the Lego pirate ship. Everyone remembers it. Everyone. So they've re-fucking released it. You can buy it. So being me, and remembering it from all those years ago, I'm almost obligated to buy it. I'm going to finish this Star Wars set first, okay? I'm finishing that first. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell because I can't waste any more money on shit like this. Not at the moment, for how things are going. I'm going to sell it. Sell this fucking Lego pirate ship thing. So what am I talking about? Star Wars, the Death Star thing I'm building. Then I'm going to buy the pirate ship and make it. If this lockdown's still going on by then. If it isn't, I won't, and I'll never buy it. And I'll forget about it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm looking at it, right? I'm looking at it online. And I'm saying to myself, is this exactly the same as the old one? That's what I'm looking at it. This new re-release one. And you know, as far as I can tell, it looks the same. There might be a few little things that are different, but it's very similar. It seems like this new one, you can build it into like 3 different things or something. Put it this way, if you're my age, if you're 35 and you're watching this, you remember this fucking Lego pirate set. You will remember it if you're my age. And you remember how much of a big deal this thing was when it came out. This was, I think, just before I started playing video games. This thing would have happened. I may have even got my Sega Master System that Christmas. I think I probably did. But yeah, this was the big deal. I'm gonna have to get it, aren't I? I'll finish the Death Star that I'm building first. I'm doing a little bit of it every day. I'm not rushing it. I'm just building it to break the day up. Like, it gets to the middle of the day and I've done absolutely nothing, and I'm going, right, I'm gonna build the rest of it, and I'm gonna do one part of this. I quite like how they've separated it up. It's in 10 parts. You open all the bags with the next part. So the next part I'm doing is part 7. You open all the bags marked 7. You get to the page of instructions. If you follow the instructions, you can't go wrong. He actually lives, I don't know if he still lives there. His parents used to live up, you can't see it. His parents used to live in that house up there. Don't know if they still do. No fucking idea. I don't know what the hell happened to him. There was one point where he was working in the same place as me. I got this job, don't want to go exactly into where, but it was a low paying job, but it was a job where you could sit indoors, and you weren't working particularly hard. You were sitting indoors, sitting down. You could pop your headphones on and just live in your own little world in there. And that's what I liked about it. And I was there for a very long time. I think 10 years I was there. But when I started there as a temporary worker at Christmas, right? And he was there as well. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He obviously he's still around, but he was working there as well. And what was I going to say about him? I think he probably would have ended up working there permanently as well. It was one of those things that was the luck of the draw, basically. What happened? Luck of the draw. I was in a certain group in the building, and the manager read out to the best team. Look for the best team, and we all got offered to apply to do the job for a permanent position. And we went back after Christmas. All the other temporary people were gone, including the guy I'm talking about. And they sort of whittled us down a little bit more. Anyone who was fucking anything up was gone. I managed to just about get through it, I think, and I ended up there for 10 years. Had some good times and some bad times there. It's safe to say. Met a couple nice people, a lot of people that weren't so nice, but that's another story for another day. Got a lot of stories about that place. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Do you know people from the past, right? You sort of think to yourself, you know what? Should I get back hold of them? And he's one of them where I've got no sort of bad memories of him. Like, there's people that I've known in the past that I'll probably be happy never to speak to again. Some people at one point I would have called them mates. But honestly, if I never see them again, I'll be fine in life, you know what I mean? Maybe. It's one of those things. It's one of those things really where you've got no excuse with the internet, isn't it? Where you can very easily find these people, find out what they've done with their lives, and all the rest of it. Not that I've done anything particularly special, but I'm still here. I'm still getting on with things at the moment. Right, moving on from memories of my past. What I don't like about this recording thing, it does tell you that you're recording, but it doesn't. That church bell creeps me out every time it goes off. It's out of nowhere. The guy earlier on who walked past me about 25 minutes ago, I shit myself. I haven't seen anybody else for the last few weeks. And he walked right past me. I looked up and he was walking quite quick. He walked right past me. I jumped out my skin. I don't know if he saw me jump out my skin. But, who's this driving up? Someone's speeding. Oh, I guess you can get away with speeding, can't you, this time around? Things going on at the moment. Right, what else is it? Right. I bet you're wondering what image I've got on my fucking phone, right? What's that picture? That is a picture of a game called Sexy Parodius. Yeah, that's the name of the game. It's not a porn game or anything like that. It's a game by Konami. It's a shmup, as they call them. I don't like that word. I just call them space shooters. You can't call them shooters anymore because shooters means like Call of Duty, doesn't it now? I just call them space shooters. I don't like the word shmup. That's what they call them. It's like, you'll know what I mean when you look them up if you're not sure. Google it, you'll know what I mean as soon as you see one. They're like old school. They don't really make them anymore. They used to be very popular in the 80s, 90s. I'm talking about games like Gradius, R-Type, that kind of thing. This is a Konami one, Parodius. It's a parody game of the Gradius series. Konami made Gradius, very famous, one of the most important shmups ever made. One of the most important games ever made, in my opinion. One of the best games ever made. They made that series, and then they made this series. It's like Gradius, but with weird shit. Weird characters, weird enemies. As you can see, it's a picture of a fucking penguin. One of the bosses is a fucking penguin with a toilet on his head. Just weird shit like that. Weird music, but fantastic games, I'm telling you. If you haven't played them, load up MAME, play some Parodius. Sexy Parodius it's called. There's 3 of them, I think. 3 Parodius arcade games. I think there's a couple more. There's more than 3 Parodius games. On MAME there's at least 3. I think the series started out on the MSX, the very first one. It's a Japanese home computer. But yeah, the reason I'm looking at this is because of my last video, how I got onto watching Wicked City. Now, how I got onto it, what happened was, as I say, I was searching for Gradius. I was just searching for information on the game and things like that, just Googling. And I found an interview with one of the guys who was you know, in the team that made the fucking game, right? And he's telling the story of, you know, where they got their ideas from for the game. You know, like I said, it's one of the most important games ever made. It's got to be. Gradius kind of came from again another Konami arcade game. It's kind of an evolution of their other game, Scramble, which is an even earlier arcade game. But it had like more power-ups. It was a lot more enemies and things going on in it. It was definitely a step up, and I think Gradius came out in 1985. It was the first of those kind of shmups, those sort of kind of things. Anyway, he said at the time when he started making the game, the team who made the game all were looking for inspiration, I think. They said the big movies at the time were Star Wars, and this must have been a lot more in Japan than it was here. An anime called Lensman. He said those were the big movies at the time, and they all went and watched Lensman, or Lensman, however the fuck you say it, in the cinema. They all went and watched it, and he said they took things from it, you know, the space thing, I think a couple of the designs of the ships, and kind of used it as inspiration for the game. And that's how I got on to watching Wicked City, was that I watched Lensman. I watched it and thought, I want to watch something else like this, and then I ended up watching Wicked City, which I think is a better movie than Lensman. Lensman's alright, it's not bad. But Wicked City, yeah, that was something, one of those special games, special kind of movies, I think. For me anyway. Gradius, yeah, really fantastic fucking game. After I found Gradius, I kind of went and tried to find some other. I thought, wow, this game's brilliant when I first played it. It's still brilliant now. And I was looking for similar fucking games. And I realised, I thought, oh, there's loads of space shooters. There's tons of them. But they weren't really doing it for me the way Gradius was. I was looking and looking. R-Type's really good. I really like R-Type. But a lot of the slightly newer ones don't do anything for me. I really just like... My favourite ones, put it this way, what I'm trying to say is my favourite ones are the Konami ones. So, my phone... Are the Konami ones. And I don't know why, but I just like those more than any of the others. You got Gradius 1, 2 and 3 I really like. There's another series called Thundercross. I don't think it was ever released. Gradius is a lot more famous. I don't think Thundercross ever came out on a game system. It was arcade only. I've got the arcade boards. Thundercross 1 and 2. Never came out on a game system, I don't think. At least not in Europe. Maybe in Japan it might have done. Whereas Gradius was on everything, wasn't it? You get it on Super Nintendo. What are the other ones? Yeah, Thundercross, Gradius. There's one called Salamander. It's also a lot of them, the canals, are known by two different names. They seem to rename their games for the West. So Gradius is also known as Nemesis, and Gradius 2 is also known as what's it called? I forgot now. Gone out of my head. Can't remember. Vulcan Venture. That's it. What's the other ones? There's one the one that came out after Gradius that they made was called Salamander. But I think in the US it's known as Life Force, but it's the same game. So when I was looking down the list of all these games, I thought, oh, they made loads, but some of them are the same game with a different fucking name on them. So what else? What else is there? There's Xexe. I don't know how you pronounce that one. It's spelled Xex. That's a Konami one. Yeah, I'm nearly back home now, so maybe I'll just leave the video there. I think I've blabbered on long enough. I'll upload this probably tomorrow during the day. I'll space my uploads out a bit. I only just uploaded the first one a few hours ago, so I'll space it out. Yeah, I'll upload this one tomorrow maybe. Yeah, that'll do. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I kind of like this idea of just maybe talking about a movie for a bit and then just talking about what I want, basically. So I'm finding it hard to title these videos. But I think I'll try to I might title this one Red Dragon, you know. That's the I'm knackered now. Maybe someone might find it if I title it that. Anyway, follow me on Twitter and subscribe and all that shit. And if you want ice cream. Oh my god. Everyone else is as bored as I am, see. Someone's asking what flavour ice cream I would be. Great, huh? Right. Okay, that'll do. I don't know what flavour I'd be. Probably. Someone told me I was vanilla once, which is an insult, isn't it? There we go.